Welcome to Economy Notes, your go-to channel for understanding the fascinating world of economics. In today's video, we're diving into the concept of inflation. It's an important economic term that affects the prices of the things we buy every day. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid grasp on what inflation is all about, how it impacts our lives, and what measures are taken to manage it. So let's get started. What is inflation? Inflation refers to the general increase in prices over time. Have you ever noticed that the cost of your favorite snacks or toys tends to rise gradually? That's inflation in action. It means that as time goes on, you'll need more money to buy the same things. It's like a sneaky thief that silently chips away at the purchasing power of our hard-earned cash. Causes of inflation. What triggers this price hike phenomenon? One factor is the simple principle of supply and demand. When demand for goods and services outpaces the supply available, prices tend to rise. Additionally, factors like increases in production costs, such as wages or raw materials, can also push prices upward. It's a delicate balance between the availability of goods and the desires of consumers. How inflation is measured. Economists use a tool called the Consumer Price Index, CPI, to measure inflation. Think of it as a giant measuring tape that tracks the changes in prices for a basket of commonly purchased goods and services. By comparing the prices of this basket over time, economists can determine the rate of inflation. It helps us understand how much the general price level has increased or decreased. Effects of inflation. Inflation has both positive and negative effects. On the positive side, a mild and controlled level of inflation can stimulate economic growth. It encourages spending and investment, as people are motivated to buy now before prices rise further. However, when inflation is too high, it can erode our purchasing power and make everyday items more expensive. It can also create uncertainty in the economy, making planning and budgeting a bit trickier. Types of inflation. There are different types of inflation. Demand-pull inflation occurs when there's excessive demand for goods and services, causing prices to rise. Cost-push inflation, on the other hand, happens when production costs increase, leading businesses to pass on those costs to consumers through higher prices. These two types can sometimes work in tandem, amplifying the inflationary impact. Managing inflation. To keep inflation under control, governments and central banks step in. They use various tools to manage and stabilize prices. One key tool is adjusting interest rates. When inflation is high, central banks may raise interest rates to reduce spending and cool down the economy. Conversely, during periods of low inflation, they may lower interest rates to encourage borrowing and stimulate economic activity. Inflation is a crucial concept to grasp as it impacts our daily lives and the overall health of the economy. By understanding inflation, we can better navigate the changing prices and make informed decisions. So remember, inflation means prices generally go up over time, and it's caused by factors like supply and demand dynamics, production costs, and economic policies. Stay tuned for more fascinating economic insights on Economy Notes, your gateway to understanding the world of economics.